Alright, let's have a look at the patch notes today, peeps. Patch notes on 13th of February, which is literally today. So they just dropped. Everyone's still gonna be trying out the new things. I have not looked through these patch notes very much. I've looked through them a little bit, but not very much. So I am going to be going through them and basically trying to figure out whether they're good, whether they're bad, what kind of impact they're going to have on the meta in pro play. And yeah, we shall see. Okay, so they're basically optimizing underused heroes and they're toning down popular heroes, along with optimizations to equipment. So I will say, right, I do think that the meta is starting to get kind of stale. I do think the meta in MLBB is starting to get kind of stale, cause like, we are really just seeing the same heroes over and over again, right? Like, the gold lane is so limited, the mid lane is so limited, EXP lane is limited. It's like, I'm not seeing the variation that I was hoping for anymore, which is kind of sad, because I always love to see, like, patches that just have a lot of viable heroes in the meta. I don't think this patch is big enough to change that, but hey, maybe we can hope, maybe we can see. Badang everywhere, Joino nerf, damn really? Please revamp Badang, Kuriel says. Why would they revamp Badang? He's good now. People have been, like, people are playing him for the first time in who knows how long. But yes, so we're not gonna look through Hanzo's revamp because we already reacted to his hero spotlight, right? And yeah, so I do think he's better than before, feels more efficient. Like, I like his extra utility, his damage seems a little bit, like, more consistent as well. But him being squishier means that he's not OP. So I'm quite okay with that. I do like his revamp so far. But probably after playing a couple of games after him, against him, I'm going to hate it. Okay, hero adjustments. So I did see that there was a big chunk of text on Selena. So let's see what they've done here. We aim to strengthen Selena as both a jungler and mid laner by increasing her passive mark damage against creeps and minions, while also improving the control experience of her skill 1 and 2 in Elven and Abyssal form. Okay. Since the stun duration of Selena's skill 2 in Elven form leaves enemies with little counterplay, we reduce the maximum stun duration. Ooh. How much did they reduce this? To compensate, we've improved the flying... Oh, so it's easier to hit. Okay. And increased movement speed bonus upon reaching the required stun duration, ensuring Selena can still quickly close in on stun targets to deal damage. Okay. Alright, so what are the numbers here? So her passive mark damage against creeps has been increased by 50%. So she is able to jungle a little better. And I'm going to also assume that she's able to clear waves easier. I think those are the big differences. I think the second one is what people are more looking at, because I still don't think Selena's that good in the jungle. I'm gonna assume that after this, Selena's still not really gonna be like a main jungle pick. But if you can pick her as a mid laner and she's able to clear creeps faster, then she has value, actually. Selena felt better at mid now than Roam. I won twice with her as mid, but Roam felt off races. Aha. Easier is an understatement. Selena deletes waves at level 2. Aha. So definitely a mid laner. Interesting. Honestly, if we see more Selena as a mid lane after this, that might be kind of fun. But if I keep getting hit by abyssal arrows, I am also going to be annoyed AF. Skill 1 and Skill 2 Force Swing reduced by 20-25%. So not only does her arrow fly out faster, she also fires it faster. Interesting. Yeah, and then it increased the flying speed by 0.5. Movement speed bonus upon hit, so this is for Selena herself. There have definitely been situations in the past where the arrow connected, but then Selena wasn't able to get to the person fast enough because it was too far, right? So this makes up for that. Required stun duration for movement speed bonus has been reduced, so the arrow doesn't have to fly as far for you to get the movement speed bonus. get picture-in-picture effect upon hit. I like that. That's good. Yeah, I like that. Basically, that means that you'll get like the small little... No, sir, not right now. We're patch note reviewing, sir. Alright. But yeah, basically it means that you'll get the little round camera on the left side of your screen when the arrow connects, which I think is great. That's really nice to have, actually. Cause like... Yeah, this will make Selena a little easier to play in general, which I think is necessary. Cause I definitely can't play Selena. Maybe after this it's easier for me to play Selena, who knows? But we'll find out. Okay, and then stun duration. Okay, so her max stun duration is reduced by 0.5 seconds. Honestly, that's fine. In exchange for everything else, a minus 0.5 second on her max stun duration is absolutely worth the trade. Cause generally you're not going to be hitting that maximum stun duration a lot of the time anyway. In exchange, your arrow flies faster, your force swing is like more smooth, you get higher movement speed. Yeah, this is great. And then her dashing speed is increased by 2. Removed force swing and back swing of skill 1 and 2 in abyssal form. Wow. Okay. Huh. No force swing and backswing on her abyssal form. So she's definitely gonna feel smoother to play. 100%. But we'll see. Selena is still a bit of a niche hero, right? Like, she doesn't have the consistent damage that a mid laner would want to have in this current meta. So I'm not too sure if this will like push her up to be something that people will actually consistently pick up. I highly doubt it. But there may be situations that you can go for it. The unfortunate thing is that the most recent times that Selena has actually been played has been in Rome because she could combo with Novaria, right? Like that was something that we saw like a season or 2 ago in MPL, where you would play Novaria Selena so that you could use like Star Shatter, Astral Echo with the Abyssal Arrow. But if Selena is better as a mid laner now, then you won't, because like Novaria is mid lane, right? So they'll be competing for the same position. So you can't play that combo anymore. And if you still want to play long range artillery, like, it's still a lot more efficient to go like Novaria or Sicilian Xavier, right? Especially if you combo it with Granger. Though according to you guys, Granger isn't as strong anymore, so I guess we'll see how the meta shifts in that way. Yeah, but Ruby says still heavily reliant on a skill shot, which is easier to land. Yeah, basically. Okay, interesting. I think there's a chance we see Selena, but she's in a very competitive role in the mid lane. And I don't think she quite meets what the current meta asks for in the mid lane. Nor does she do so in Rome or jungle. That's why, right? In the end, like, what determines if a hero is meta is if they can beat all of the other heroes competing for the same position in efficiency. And I'm not sure if Selena does that. So, probably quite niche still. Okay, CC. CC is still very strong, right? Like, I'm actually kind of surprised they're buffing her, considering she is still one of the go-to like win EXP lane picks against tankier EXP laners. When CC's passive Delight failed to sustain damage output, all stacks would be removed instantly. To remove in-game error tolerance, we've adjusted this so that stacks are now reduced gradually. Oh shit, wait! So now her passive goes down slowly rather than going to 0. Yo! That's a massive buff actually. That is actually a massive buff. Cause like, she was already so good at trading. She was literally designed to trade before this. And now it's easier for her to just keep her stacks up without needing to like consistently be whacking. Dude, that is huge. That is actually huge. Honestly, I think this will push up CC. I think this is gonna push her out to be like one of the top picks. Up until now, CC has still been very popular because like she beats out certain heroes like no question. That's why like you'll see her being used as a counter pick against like Hylos, Gatot, you know, Lucas. Honestly, I think this buff could put her in a position where you can just blind pick her in the EXP lane without knowing what she's countering. I feel like this will let her trade against anyone in the EXP lane. That's actually massive. I wouldn't be surprised if we see CC being like top prio ban after this. Not top prio ban, my bad. Like top prio pick. I think people will still ban other heroes instead. But CC will get picked a lot more often after this, I think. Because this is huge. This is a huge quality of life improvement. Okay, okay. How about carry? I thought for sure after the previous patch that carry was gonna become like a lot more meta. But I underestimated how busted Granger would become. CC should be kept as a counter pick. I wish she doesn't clobber even her supposed weaknesses because of the buff. I hope so as well. That's always something you have to worry about when a hero gets buffed. Like whether or not it's too big of a buff or too big of a nerf in the other direction as well, right? That's why we do patch note reviews. That's why we see how things are. Also, if that's you guys in the background sending me messages, I keep hearing the message notification in game. Don't worry, for those of you who are watching and you're like wondering where's that sound coming from, that's me. I'm pretty sure I'm getting messages. If that's you guys, I cannot respond right now. I'm doing patch notes, yeah. But yes, they have buffed carry. The cooldown of carry skill 1 has a longer backswing compared to that of other marksmen. We're optimizing it so that using skill 1 during sustained basic attacks won't take too much time and the player will be able to move sooner. Yes, thank you. Dude, I have always felt that carry skill 1 is one of the most awkward abilities in the game. Like, I get the concept of it. It lets you stack up her passive more easily, but like, it was so slow. Firing it was so fudging slow that if you look in pro play, they just don't use it. You never see carry skill 1 in pro play outside of the laning phase because it's just not efficient. Once you've built up like the Trinity and her attack speed items and stuff, it's just so much more damage to just keep going with the auto attacks rather than firing her skill 1. So this is so necessary. I need to test it to see just how much they've reduced the backswing. But if it's easier for you to fire it mid like auto attack animation, then we are good. This is actually huge. This is nice. Like, it lets her trade even better in lane now. As a carry main, I am offended. I still do, Gin says. Hey, I'm talking about pro players, you know? But yeah, I think this will push carry up a little bit. If what you guys say is true and Granger has been nerfed pretty notably, then like other gold lane heroes might get the chance to shine again, which I kind of hope so. I feel like Granger is too busted. So this can help. This can probably help. Okay, so Novaria, buff to Novaria, huh? That's surprising. Slightly increased her skill casting frequency while reducing mana cost. Quality of life improvement. It is a 1 second cooldown in reduction on her Star Shatter, and it's a little cheaper to cast as well throughout the game. Yeah, this is alright. It's just like a nice little quality of life buff basically. I don't think it's going to change too much. Novaria is still like a very good like niche pick. We saw it being used quite a lot in SPS actually to counter out Lo Yi and combo with Granger. So yeah, it's nice that they gave her a buff, but honestly Novaria is already in a pretty balanced state if you ask me. I don't think this will change too much about where she stands in the meta. She just feels a little nicer to play. Okay, Florin. Florin could only cast her healing skill when enemies were present. We want to slightly increase her healing range. I mean, okay, it's nice. But yeah, she still has the problem where she can only heal when there are enemies around. It's easier to heal, you know, you don't have to be as close as before, but I don't think we're gonna see Florian being picked up because of this. It's just like to make her skills a bit more consistent because her skill 2 had a longer range than skill 1. Like, it's just not the right meta for healing supports. The only healing support we see in the meta is Matilda, and it's not really because of her healing. It's because of like her shielding, her pulling people in and out, her circling eagle. Like, you need to offer a lot more as a healing support to be like in the meta. Also, hello Kaishin, welcome, welcome. It will feel smoother to play her for sure, like it's easier to like kite and stuff, but that's about it. Okay. Esme, oh, I kind of want an Esme buff. I do actually like playing Esme. Esmeralda has been dormant for too long. We aim to enhance her late game survivability, allowing her to shine on the battlefield once again. 0.5 physical defense growth. Huh. So, if you level up 14 times, that's a 7 physical defense growth. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. That's almost as much as like an extra little tier 1 item. That's not bad at all. And then her skill 1 base shield has been increased by 200 in the late game. Okay. Alright, I mean, it's not bad, but Esme just, like, Esme and Uranus, which I see down here, they debuffed Uranus as well, that they both kind of play the role of wanting to walk in front and tank damage while, like, just being a consistent nuisance. But because this meta has so much damage, like, it is crazy how much damage heroes in this meta do. With all the like damage items and the penetration and the different buffs and revamps and stuff. Heroes like Esme and Uranus just can't hold their own anymore, you know? Like even Hylos, who is naturally tankier, has to like be even in items. Because if Hylos falls even the slightest bit behind compared to the enemy like a gold laner, they just get melted too. So compared to like a scaling tank like Esmeralda, like Esme just doesn't really get the chance to shine much. Like unless they just generally reduce the amount of damage that's flying around the Land of Dawn, it's still gonna be very difficult to bring Esme to bear. Esme and Uranus. But I am hoping we get to see a little bit of them. Not too much though, because I still remember the era where EXP lane was just always Esmeralda versus Uranus. That was very boring, I will say. I like Esme as a hero, I enjoy playing her, but if the meta goes back to Esme Uranus only, Gideon would also be like traumatized. Ray says, here's how I think they should buff Esme. Increase her shields by a lot, but the conversion from shield to HP should be faster. Ah, yeah, I do think so as well. I think if she can convert shield to HP a little bit quicker, then it should help. But for now, I don't think it's quite the meta for this kind of tank EXP later. Tank EXP worked perfectly fine, right? We have Hylos, we have Gatot. Lucas is built as a tank in EXP as well. But you need to be able to offer a little bit more to the table. All of these heroes are picked because of their teamfight utility. That's why Badang is meta too, you know, because of his CC. When Noodle fight Gideon's dream, yeah, pretty much. Okay, what did they do to Uranus? Slightly increased early game survivability and enhanced movement speed boost during his ultimate, giving Uranus more room for strategic plays. A 5 base physical defense increase. Oh, so he is tankier early. 5 is pretty notable actually. That's like tenacity gives how much? 10? That's half of that. Okay, that's not bad. Ultimate 60% movement speed buff decays to 10% after 2 seconds, goes to 60%, decays to 20%. I mean, it feels nicer. Both of these heroes will feel nicer to play. They're not quite as squishy as before. The problem is, everyone is squishier than before. Because of damage, and just like the general defense reduction that we had a couple patches ago. I feel like it's still not gonna be enough to put them back in the meta. Baxia too, they're trying to put tanks. They're trying to pull tanks back in. We want to ensure that even in the early game, Baxia's skill 2 only enters a longer cooldown when it misses. He also got the 0.5 physical defense growth, so same as Esme there. I don't think he's gonna be able to survive enough. But compared to Esme and Uranus, Baxia is able to do a little bit more early, right? He's a little bit more of an early game tank, so maybe? The thing is, Baxia has picked up the counter regen, right? He's picked up the counter sustain heroes. Like, yeah, he can be good at countering Revitalize, but it just heals so much regardless, and he's not gonna be able to tank enough as well, since he's gonna be bringing, like, Retribution. So... yeah, I don't think so still. Bharat's. We've slightly increased Bharat's early to mid-game combat capability, hoping to bring him back into the spotlight. He got the 5 base physical defense increase, and then total physical attack bonus for detonation damage. Out of all of these, I think Bharat has the most chance of maybe coming back. Because Bharat has utility, right? Daytona's Welcome is still a really powerful ultimate. And he is actually pretty like solid early game, right? Oh, not now, sir. Like, Bharat was already like a pretty good early to mid-game jungler. I think he's a little bit more accessible than Baxia as well. So I can see Bharat's potentially having some usage. It's a nice little physical attack bonus for his skill 1 damage as well, so that like late game he doesn't completely hit like a wet noodle. Alternatively, these heroes could go EXP, right? Like Baxia, Bharat's EXP. Yeah, Ray says I've been wanting to try Baxia Revitalize. Baxia EXP lane actually could be possible. Thing is, he's still going to lose the CC. Any of them are going to lose the CC, that's the thing. Not now, sir. That's my friend there. But yeah, I can see them maybe. I can see Baxia maybe going into EXP, probably not jungle. I can see Bharat going into EXP or jungle, but probably more of the former since you kind of want an assassin jungler still. Okay, Layla nerf. Oh wow. Okay, she's been terrorizing. Okay, so this is an example, right? I told you guys earlier a lot of the times that patch notes are based off of what's happening in like regular ranked games rather than pro play. We haven't seen Layla in pro play at all, but she's getting nerfed. I think like that's, you know, that's why. With the new Malefic gun, Layla has been performing exceptionally well. We want to preserve her long-range characteristic while slightly toning down her late-game damage output. So, her physical attack growth has been reduced by 1.5, so if you multiply that by like 14 levels, it's like 21. Damn, 21 less physical attack in the late game. Huh. That's actually a good amount. Yeah, that's actually a lot, isn't it? Did I count that right? Yeah, it's like roughly like 19-20-ish. Yeah, 19-20-ish. That's actually a good amount. Okay. Like, Layla's still gonna hit like a truck, don't get me wrong, you know, like... But I think it is necessary to tone her down a bit. Like, she doesn't hit like a truck right now, she hits like a rocket. So, maybe this will just tone her down to hitting like a truck, you know? I think it's necessary because like she is terrorizing pub play a bit too much. People just, even though she's one of the simplest heroes in the game, people don't seem to understand that you do actually have to like play a certain way against her. So, yeah. What's 9 plus 10? 21. No, I calculated 21 because I multiplied 1.5 by 15 for some reason. I multiplied 14. I multiplied 14 by 1.5. That would be 21. Then I remembered like, wait, no, I'm multiplying 1.4. Wait, what am I saying? Never mind. I have not done math in too long, guys. I really have not. Okay, let's just ignore that. Yeah, I legitimately brain farted. I was like, what? What was I talking about? Okay, Granger. We'll just skip that. We'll just skip that one out. Alright, Granger. Granger is too strong during the laning phase when reaching level 4, so we're nerfing him while increasing his gain on attack equipment. Really? Okay. Slightly reduced farming efficiency. Extra damage per bullet against creeps and minions. Oh, damn. Health. I don't think you can Granger jungle anymore. In fact, that's a lot, right? Per bullet? He fires like 5 bullets. 35 damage times 5? Do I really want to do math again? 165. That's it. That is 165 overall damage reduction off of his skill 1 on minions and creeps. Oh, it's 6. It's 6 bullets. Shit. I counted that wrong, in fact. 210. 35 times 6. Hold on. 210, right? 210. Yes. Okay. Okay. Alright. I can still do it, guys. So that's like a 210 damage reduction off of minion waves and like jungle creeps. He'll still do the same amount of damage to people, but... Yo! That's a lot! That's actually a lot! And then what about his ultimate? Flat damage 250, 400, now 150, 250, plus 20% physical attack. So Depth Sonata just generally does less damage until you have items. Yo! Yo, 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 yo. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this might drop him. Will people still pick Granger? He can still be good, but I feel like this might drop him out of the meta. There's a chance. I'm kind of like leaning in between, like, is he out of the meta entirely or is he just like an okay pick? Cause like that's a lot of damage. Granger was always really good at clearing minion waves. Huh. Cause don't get me wrong, he'll still do about the same amount of damage to heroes, but his farm speed was a big reason why pro players played him so much. His farm speed, his safe poke. Damn, okay, this needs some observation. Okay, maybe it's a bit harsh to say that he's completely out of the meta, but I don't think people are just gonna straight up like prio Granger over like Harif and stuff anymore. I think after this, Harif is probably gonna reclaim like top gold lane pick. Okay. You know what? I think it's necessary. I think it's like it's a huge nerf. I'm kind of surprised they were willing to nerf him this hard. But yeah, it's necessary. You gotta do this. Okay. Alright, I think it's good. Alright, what's next? Yeah, Ray says it right. Granger needs more momentum. He's still good. Probably needs more management and skill now to play. Okay, Monkey slightly nerfs Sun's combat capabilities in the mid to late game. Whoa, that's a 1.15 physical attack growth reduction. That's a good amount. That adds up to like roughly 15, I think. I'm not gonna bother counting 1.15, but it should add up to somewhere around 15 physical attack lost at late game. Oh, 30 HP growth. Yo. Yo, 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 yo. That's like over 400 HP. He's got 400 less HP at max level. Alright, you know what? Thank you. Sun got a bit too ridiculous in pubs. Like holy shit, he's annoying. My god. Now they just need to nerf his HP and magic chest too. Alright. Hanabi relied heavily on equipment providing extra attack speed, and her late game damage was underwhelming. Therefore, we aim to balance her performance across different game stages with different equipment builds. 3 physical attack growth. 3? Hold on, I want to check something real quick. 160 on this guy. Where's the low tier equipment? 3 physical attack growth. That's like nearly 30 physical attack at max level. That's 2 daggers. What the fudge? Holy shit, I knew that Hanabi hit like a wet noodle, but like damn, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. Bounce damage. First bounce deals 40%, subsequent bounces deals 80%, 85% of the... Oh my god, all bounces 30%? Oh! Oh no! People already played Hanabi for some reason. Oh my god! Dude, that's big! Skill 2 base damage nerf, that's fine. Her punching bounce hurts like shit. Ultimate following bloom damage decays to 20%, 30%. Okay. Dude! That's a lot! What? That's a lot! That's a big damage increase! Damn! Damn! Dude, laning against Hanabi is gonna be a pain! Oh my god! Laning against Hanabi is a pain in the ass! Because like before this, her shit would bounce to you and it would already be annoying, but now it actually kinda hurts! Dude, oh man, okay. Dude, I kinda want to try. I actually kinda want to try. What the fudge? Okay. I don't think she's gonna be full out meta. Right? I don't think this is enough to like straight up say, hey, Hanabi's gonna be meta. We're gonna see her in pro play, but like... Oh boy, she's gonna terrorize pubs. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this lets her be seen like a little bit in pro play. I think she'll still be like kinda conditional. She won't be a mainstay for sure. But there is a chance we'll see her in pro play. This is a big... Dude, they call this a... Like, they don't call this an... Like, look at... They're using the tilde. This is not an up or down arrow. They think this is just a basic adjustment. Because they nerfed her skill 2 and alt... because they nerfed her skill 2 damage. What are you talking about? This shit is a buff! This is a buff! That should be an up arrow! Why is that a tilde? This is a buff! Holy! Like, who cares about skill 2? Where's the arrow? Oh my god! Okay. Damn, okay, I gotta try. I actually gotta try. Alright. Dude! Hanabi and Brawl, man! Oh my god, I'm gonna hate it. Alright. Okay, equipment adjustments. You have an IG reel about Hanabi, Ray? Okay, I'll have a look at it later. Cursed Helmet. We've noticed this equipment has low pick rate, with some heroes only purchasing its component Molten Essence. We aim to enhance the damage output of this equipment. New unique passive. Each Burning Soul effect reduces target's hybrid defense, stacking up to 3 times. 9 hybrid defense reduction in an AoE around you. What? Yeah, I was thinking Tigreal, Lilo. What? Are you kidding me? Are they for real? Oh my god! Dude, if you catch like 3 people, that is 27 hybrid defense reduction across them. And it's like 3 times stack. Burning Soul ticks like very frequently. This is not, it's not hard to reach 9. Dude, all the AoE tanks. Every single AoE tank in the game. Oh man, okay, they made it more expensive. I guess, alright. Oh my god. Holy. That's huge, that's huge. Honestly, their goal was to make Cursed Helmet be bought more. They've achieved it. They have 100% achieved it. That's insane. Okay. I think you actually do have to buy this item. This is just so good. Are there items that reduce enemy hybrid defense on a tank before this? I don't think so, right? Tank equipment has always been like increase your own defense or reduce like enemy attack, like anti-cuirass and shit like that. Has there ever been a tank item that reduced like enemy defense? I don't think so. Maybe there is, and people are already like thinking in their heads like, what is this guy saying? But I don't think so. Holy shit, okay. Damn. Wishing Lantern. Slightly reduced damage against high HP heroes, but added a minimum damage threshold, so this equipment can still deal damage when enemies' HP is low. Oh. Percentage damage based on target's current HP has been reduced to 8%, but it has a new effect where each butterfly goddess deals at least 50 magic damage before damage reduction. Oh. So, okay, so we know that like Wishing Lantern does damage based on the enemy's current HP percentage. That's why it was always a good purchase against like tankier heroes, because it just does like percentage HP damage. It meant that it was less efficient on squishy heroes. Now, every proc of Wishing Lantern will do at least 50 magic damage. It will still be reduced by damage reduction, but it will do at least 50. So this is now based on 8% of the target's current HP. It definitely means that it will work well on heroes whose health is already low, because it meant that until this, Wishing Lantern was actually kind of bad against characters when they were like low on HP, right? Because like the lower on HP they get, the less damage Butterfly Goddess does. So now it has a flat damage at least. Okay, I mean that's not bad. I don't think it's going to be busted. Like straight up, I don't think it's busted. It just makes the equipment more consistent. Because I'll say now, Wishing Lantern is only purchased as like a later game item or if you're very far ahead. Right? Like you only buy Wishing Lantern early if you're already far ahead and you just want to go for straight up damage. So I don't think it'll affect general situations, but when you are in the lead, it is going to pay for itself. Yeah, they did apparently like change Gore's model. We'll have a look at that later, but he's handsomer now. This strat is cheesy. What if 5-man cursed helmet because they stack? Wait, do they stack for each individual hero? Really? Wait, we got it. Okay, we need to test that. You just labbed in practice. Yo, okay. Firstly, buying five cursed helmets is probably a bit extreme. But nowadays, most teams will run 2 tanks at least. So if you do that and both tanks buy cursed helmet, it is still an 18 hybrid defense reduction. I think everyone buying cursed helmet is a bit too much because like it doesn't give as much value to like if you're a backline mage, there's no point in you having it anyway since you're not going to be applying it. But if like all your frontliners buy cursed helmet, honestly, I can see that being something. We should try that. Okay, Radiant. We believe Radiant Armor... Oh, let me move my cursor. One sec. We believe Radiant Armor's passive effect provides sufficient protection against sustained damage from mages when fully stacked. However, the current stacking efficiency is too slow, so we aim to improve it. So basically you can get stacks like every 0.4 seconds instead of every 0.6 seconds. So Chang'e continues to cry. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like nowadays damage happens so quickly that you kind of do need it, so I think it's necessary. Like they do need to buff Radiant a little bit, because like people are actually just like going for Athena's instead sometimes now, just because it provides you a little bit more more effective value. So this is fine. I think this is necessary. Brute Force Breastplate. We aim to slightly enhance equipment's damage output to make it more appealing to agile fighter heroes. So they reduced the physical defense by 3, but gave it more adaptive attack per stack. How many stacks could you get on Brute Force again? Like max? Brute Force. 6 stacks. So an extra 12 physical attack. That's actually pretty good. I keep pressing Starlight for some reason. Extra 12 attack at max stacks. That's pretty good actually. In exchange for 3 physical defense. Yeah, why not, you know? Like, because Brute Force Breastplate has never been meant for tanks, right? It's not really meant for tanks. It's a fighter item. Even Granger buys it. So like, yeah, right? Like this is perfectly fine. Like they're squishy anyway, so the 3 physical defense doesn't make that much of a difference, but 12 attack is pretty good actually. Okay, I actually really like the adjustments they're making to items here. Though I do kind of question the Cursed Helmet buff, like, I feel like that has the potential to be busted. Okay, last one, Ice Queen's want optimized build path, so they changed it. Any other stuff? Adjusted trigger condition for the special reminder when being thrown by an allied jawhead. Quick purchase for throw forbidden special equipment will appear the first time you get thrown by an allied jawhead each match. That's funny. Art quality improvements for Gord, Odette, Angela, 1-1, Aldous, Claude, Harley, Natalia. Out of all these peeps, Gord is the only one who got like a model update, right? Because everyone's been talking about Gord's model update. I haven't heard anyone say anything about anyone else, so I'm gonna assume that this is just something else. But okay. Overall, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like there is a chance this patch changes some things in the meta. Cursed Helmet is so good that it might actually be worth drafting tanks a little more again. Like, I was already saying, like, Esme, Uranus, Baxia, Barats, like, they probably won't quite be meta even after their buffs. Because, like, there's too much damage now. But Cursed Helmet reducing defense. Granger farming slower. Honestly, it's possible. Hanabi might rise in pro play if you think about it. Hanabi, CC immune, Tigreal's nightmare. I would know. I play Tigreal. I hate Hanabi. And now she pokes well in lane 2. And carry should feel a little nicer to play. I feel like, yeah, this could potentially affect the meta somewhat. Yeah, okay, alright. We gotta test some of this stuff, I think. I think we gotta test some of this stuff, guys. Okay, that's gonna be it for our patch note review. Alright. I think there's some really interesting stuff here, actually. I think there's some interesting stuff. Let's just jump in game and try it out, shall we? Alright, alright.